farmer, friend, singer-songwriter Lyle Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades Chris Horn.
And we're Those Taste Bud Guys.
Sony. I kept waiting to see a big splash on the screen. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. Make sure you get that right. We throw that on the... We shouldn't have splashed right. What if we did a splash it? Then we'd have to go over and clean the camera, I guess. That's for us. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris. That's Lyle. We are Those Taste Bud Guys. That's not the important part. The important part is that we're drinking stuff. The next important part is you're drinking stuff with us.
Yeah.
Go get your glass. Hopefully Glenfiddich 12. That's what we're doing here. Grab you some. Come over here. Sit down. Put some notes in there. Talk about the things we talk about. Have a conversation. That's all we're really doing. It doesn't matter whether we like it or not. It matters whether you like it or not. I mean, it matters to us whether we like it or not because we're the ones having to drink it for ourselves. Otherwise, I forgot to change shirts.
I haven't changed shirts.
I have but I got my drinking shirt on underneath when it says, "Do you have me at day drinking?"
Oh, would you need to step off camera?
No, I'm not good. Be fine. Anyways, guys, if this isn't your first time, welcome back. If it is, thanks for giving us a shot. Also, please be sure you check our friends over here at Home Tequila. They give us all these pretty bottles, plus a few others we're going to be seeing on some episodes here pretty quick. Hopefully having an interview with the owner as well. And also, don't forget, we got a QR code up here in the corner.
Buy us a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, we haven't mentioned this in a while, but if you ever make your way through southern Missouri, down in the Ozarks, you give us a shout. We'll have a drink with you. Or if you want us to come to you.
That's Missouri with an I.
Yes. Missouri's north of Kansas City. We're working with Glenfiddich 12 in a very cool container.
Are we going to start this right off the bat?
No, well, we'll get there.
Okay.
Glenfiddich is one of those, like, standard, like, I feel like you can find Glenfiddich a lot of places. Not as quite as distributed, at least in our areas, like Glenlivet or Dewar's.
So Glenlivet, Dewar's, and Johnny Walker is the standard in our area that you can go to any
bar, even the honky tonks,
and you'll find something. So that is what we would around here call nothing special. And the other one, the next one would be Glenmorangie, probably another one that was. All the Glens seem like are ones you find in the area.
I feel like, Glenmorangie and Glenfiddich are the second tier that you probably...
Yeah, and then you might, if you're lucky after that, you might find a bottle of Lafroig somewhere.
Yes, if someone...
Or now Lagavulin. Lagavulin is finally starting to make its impact and starting to see it more prevalently. So,
all right, let's get to it.
What a punch in the face after all the bourbon we just drank.
Yeah, we got
to come back to this and have...
Knock it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And smoothness.
The sweetness, smoothness, the high notes, the prettiness. It's just such a floral bouquet. All the honey.
We went from fist fighting to thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
this is a highland,
chocolate malt notes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Matured in sherry
citrus
bourbon casks.
Little cherry. Really pleasant. Really, really. Just very, very pleasant, I gotta say.
Yeah. I remember thinking that Glenfiddich was not as bad as I had originally thought. It's a pretty approachable on the price point. I think I got a bottle at Sam's, I want to say, for like 40-ish, maybe. I don't know what is.
I mean, I think we're south of $50.
And it's a single malt, right?
Oh, yeah, I should point out, by the way, this bottle was a donut bottle. I'm sorry for burying that. Bella, thank you so much for giving us this bottle. We very much appreciate it.
Yes.
Technically, she gave it to me, but we're going to say us.
You know what I just noticed is the shape of this bottle.
How did you just notice it?
I just noticed it. I love it. It's like a Celtic, what do you call this? What's the little Celtic thing that's on the triangle?
Triangle.
But it's rounded triangle. Look at us being smart. So I'm struggling with the nose a little bit after going from the bourbon we just had.
All right. But so I said it was sweetness. I come through with like some citrus notes to it.
I was going to say orange.
Cherry. It was orange specifically. Some cherry in there. It's very floral, very like a floral bouquet, garden-esque. No,
Yeah.
it's very fresh.
A hint of peatiness, but not overwhelming.
Oh, nah, yeah, boy, the peat's so light, but it's very, almost more salty than peaty. It's got a bit of that seaside, seawater.
Yes, on the nose, for sure. I really, when you said seaside, I remembered how much I love briny liquors. And I was hoping this would be it. And it's not. It's sweet.
Really? You don't think so?
Maybe on the finish. It gets a little briny on the finish.
I disagree with you there, too.
Really?
So my first initial thought of this when I drink it is salt. I think that seawater salt is the very first thing that hits my tongue. Now, that could be the difference in how we drink, too. That could be the difference in I don't know if when you drink, do you pour it directly in the tongue and the back of your throat? Do you aerate it, pulling it in? Which I don't. That hurts.
I try to do two things when I first taste. I try to just take an initial blanket, suck it and swallow it kind of thing. Well, I shouldn't have said that. But pour me a little bit.
Oh, the girls online just fainted. Oh,
I don't think it's the girl that fainted on that one. I take it in real quick and then
keep going, keep talking, my friend.
And then this is not going to go well for me. The second sip, I just hold it on my tongue for a little bit, and let it kind of soak in and mash those flavors around before I swallow.
So
that's
all right. The number
I don't
one,
want any of that cut out for anything.
the number one thing I get there is the sea saltiness for me, followed up by a chocolate note, like specifically like a chocolate malt.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Shake.
Yeah.
For those, but malt specifically, it's got
Like
a little heavier note, a little more vanilla in it. It is thin, as a lot of Highlands are. It is tend to be a bit thin, like it's lacking a few things, but that's probably because my palate is not as delicate as maybe somebody that might be trained to appreciate it more is. I tend to like peatier, heavier.
We both love Islay scotches.
Sure.
I think you're spot on pretty much all of that. It is thinner. For me, this is
I disagreed with everything you just said. I don't know if I could be spot on.
Well, I think the brininess, I will say, is only hitting on the sides of my tongue. I think it's an afterthought from some other briny stuff that I've seen before. But to me, this is a step from like Glenlivet on to Spacesides and Islas. This is a little more flavorful than Glenlivet 12, which is just super smooth, super clean, super high-end notes. This gets a little more thunk in it, if that makes sense. Man, I am struggling. I'm just gonna keep babbling. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's full fucking America. I could say that.
Well, he's trying to find me a way to clip this on, but it doesn't want to clip on very good. But check me out there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, turn my microphone back there.
Oh, you know.
I mean, that's how I can hold it on. It's a microphone.
We'll test Anchor's magnets on their microphones.
No, I'm going to use the actual clip.
Oh. Heaven forbid.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that works.
Works. Of course it works. Oh. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Right?
Why couldn't we do this on a James Gin episode?
Not even a Republican.
I feel like James would eat this up. I'm just saying.
That's fair. Okay. So, anyhow, I did all that because I want to get my day drinking shirt out. This is what I meant to wear, and I forgot.
It is the middle of the day, so...
It is the middle of the day. It is 2:30.
I think this is a fine scotch for the price. It's nothing special. I think, for me, there's better stuff around this price point. I'd rather pay It probably is gonna. Wee Beastie's probably gonna be 60 now.
Let me pause you 1 second. I don't want to extend this out too long, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about. However,
Yes.
when you say there's other things around this price point that you prefer, is any of them not islay? And the price point we're talking about is what, $40?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna check and see because now I don't want to talk about it.
Because here's the thing. While you're right, there's things I like, Wee Beastie being one of them.
Yeah.
It is specifically tailored to my flavor profile of liking heavily peated items. That being said, things like,
Oh my God. Total Wine, which is what we use generally for pricing, goes all across the country.
yeah,
Glenfiddich 12, $65. No, thank you.
wow.
Not for that price.
Wow.
But I feel like I bought this at Sam's
For
Club.
65, there is a lot of other things that I'd have. Most of them start with McClellan. But at any rate,
I was going to say Monkey Shoulder, which isn't a single malt, it's a blended.
and that's a $40, $45, was. Maybe it isn't now anymore. I don't know. That being said, I think this is really well done. And I think if peat is not your thing, I would 100% push somebody in this direction because it is well done. It is light. It's more delicate.
Well, that's
It's fruity.
when you were putting on your flag, which your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. So you got to wear a full.
I got to wear the whole damn thing. You broke it.
I broke it.
broken.
I didn't realize it was that fragile. I didn't realize America was that fragile.
Oh boy, are we ever that fragile?
I was saying that I think that this is a passing scotch onto better things. Well,
This is a
better
night
stuff.
starter or you're done drinking, one or the other,
Yeah.
and you're just chilling time. So that being said, here's the thing is, and this is not the first, they're not the only people who do this. This is a normal Glenfiddich 12 bottle. That was just a standard. There's no price difference. They just changed up the special limited release bottle, case for it. It drives me nuts because I bought this one, which is a Glenmorangie, that we did this episode a long time ago, and I bought it because I thought, oh, that's a cool case. It's a thing, I want to try this.
and it's just as normal.
And all it is, it's the regular old normal bottle. All they've done is they did something to honor giraffes, and it doesn't.
You were pretty pissed about it.
I am a little bit. I get a little aggravated about having. So I want to. They just change up packaging just to give. Which I mean, it's advertising. I get it.
Yeah, but
I understand.
But do
But
something.
my expectation is that there's going to be something special about the liquid inside, and then I'm going to get a different flavor profile. And I get a little agitated from just changing up the packaging.
I want to point out.
I know they're doing it so it can be seen. I'm not mad on that aspect. I had higher expectations for what it was.
I want to point out that I just looked up on Walmart, which I bought this at Sam's Club. This bottle, not the special packaging.
Yeah, Bella got this.
At Sam's Club, and I thought it was around the $40 mark. Total Wine has this for $65. Walmart has it for $45.
Okay, that makes more sense.
They're out of stock, but I think if you can get this bottle for $50 or under, it's totally worth it.
Sure.
It's a great addition. It's a sort of a standard you should have on your shelf for Scotch. At that price point, 65 gets pushing into that territory of like there's a lot of other things that probably I would.
How much is McClellan 12 at Supercenter?
I'll see.
That's the one. So McClellan is the non-Islay Scotch that I keep at my house for regular drinking.
$80 at Walmart.
How about Sam's? Because I know we didn't give $80 for it.
Oh, well, is it McClellan Double Cast 12 or just 12?
I thought it was just 12. Anyways, I'm almost sure she only gives $65 for it.
Okay.
So, anyhow, that's one I really enjoy a lot. I think it's a little saltier, got more of a briny flavor to it than this, and
I'll just pay on my phone.
But that's, I mean,
I can see the.
it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're going to pay whatever you can get it for around you for, whether or not you like it. Totally on you. If you're paying $80 a bottle for it and it's your favorite whiskey, then by God, don't let me dissuade you from doing so. That's 100% you and on you.
I've had some of Glenfiddich's other offerings, and I think it's a solid distillery. Obviously, they've been in business for frickin' ever. But it's worth checking out Glenfiddich. If you've never had it, go get yourself a bottle, put it on the shelf. You're not going to be disappointed.
Sure.
And it's going to be a standard that should be on your shelf regardless. I'm just saying, if you've had it before, I don't know, like maybe there's probably some other stuff I wouldn't necessarily buy.
Nothing changed but the paint scheme.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to say about this? I know that was a little rambly, but
No, it's driving me nuts that I dropped that case and it's sitting on the floor and I've got to go pick it up, so you're going to have to hurry up.
okay. Well, until next time. I heard
Whether it's the piss poor timing you have on the end of this episode,
the direction you're taking,
clothes you wear,
or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new. Thank you, Bella, for the bottle.
I didn't know that dim bright lights would make my glasses go in.